How did UNA become aware of the issue that Susan Parcells was bringing forward?
Susan Parcells called the UNA office, and as their labor relations officer, I answered her call. And she said she was asking the question, why weren't her benefits paid during her maternity leave? Because she was the only one who could have children. Wasn't that discriminatory? And I initially said, well, the collective agreement doesn't provide for that. But I had recently read the Brooks decision and went, but wait a minute. Maybe we can do something here. Maybe we need to look at filing a grievance and a human rights complaint on the basis of discrimination. So the two of us were talking on the same level, and we both clicked into the discrimination aspect of it. So I filed the grievance, and I believe at the time there was no. I don't believe there was an executive officer at UNA or an executive director. And therefore, I just filed it and we proceeded. Because I was the new guy on the block, I took a lot of razzing from my colleagues who'd been around for a while about filing that kind of a grievance and how likely it was that we were going to succeed. Not that they were discouraging me at all, just that they were giving me a razz and told me I'd find out that how difficult it was, because I was just new.
What did the collective agreement provide at the time in terms of benefits and premiums?
Okay. And the second you went on maternity leave, you paid the full, it was like an LOA, and the individual paid the full cost for all benefits.
What is LOA?
Leave of absence. As soon as you went on a leave of absence, you paid the full cost.
And what was the comparison that showed the discrimination? Like, what did people, for example, do on sick leave? Did they have to prepay in the same way? Or maybe if you could explain that.
Okay, I see where you're going. Okay. At the time in the collective agreement, maternity leave, particularly the health-related portion, was not treated in the same way as sick leave. It was treated as a leave of absence, like if you decided that you wanted to take a year off. And that's how maternity leave was also treated. And it was, you took a year, if you took that maternity year off, you prepaid your benefits and you were 100% responsible for them. If you were on sick leave, then you were responsible for 25% because the employer paid 75% of the benefits. And that's what Susan was looking for, was that she wanted to have that cost share throughout the maternity leave.
Once the issue came to light, was there any negotiation with the employer to change the collective agreement, or how did, like, perhaps maybe the question is, once it was brought to the employer, what was the employer's reaction?
The employer's reaction was typical for the time. It isn't in the collective agreement. It doesn't exist, and we're not dealing with it. And that was sort of their response as well to human rights, that it was initially. Once they discovered that neither the union, the grievance sue, or the human rights complaint was going to be withdrawn, that wasn't going to happen, they went into full battle mode.